Hello, everyone. I'm going to give everybody a second to get in here. Today's live is exclusively on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Due to TikTok having strict rules, there are going to be some statues that have, I can't even say inappropriate, but too risque for TikTok. So to keep that out of TikTok and risk getting banned or my live shut down, we're strictly here. So we're going to be talking statuary, deity statuary, a little bit about what getting a deity statue means and what it can do for you. I think there's a lot of stigmatism around, or stigmatism, that's something I have. Stigmatism. But a lot of uneducation is maybe a good way of saying that when it comes to getting a deity statue. We have a lot of new ones in. I just kind of grabbed some that were calling me, and the ones that I talk about we'll bring to the forefront. Keep in mind, everything that I show you is shoppable. If you do want one of these statues, if they are calling to you, you can hit me up on Facebook. You would send us a message saying you want to claim one of these statues. Some of these are not online on our shop yet, so this is your first opportunity, your first chance to grab any. They're only in store right now, but they will be put online. There's more I need to say. I'm thinking. Oh, to claim, what you'll do is once I show a statue and give you the price, you'll just say claim the name of the statue. If, like, for example, if it's Hecate back there, claim Hecate and then her price, let's just say it's 50. I don't know how much. Claim Hecate 50. That is your commitment to pay. By you typing that in, you are committing to payment, which means that we will then be sending you a message asking for your email so we can send you an invoice and we can have your statue out to you ASAP. You have 24 hours to make your payment. After that, if nothing is received, we're going to say that you are forfeiting your purchase, and from there you are blocked from future live sales. So just know that if you claim, you are committing. Getting that out of the way, we have a lot of statues on the table. The one who is front and center is Aphrodite, and behind her we have Hecate. Get over here. So we have Hecate, however people say her name, everyone says it differently. We had to talk about that today. This is one form of Baphomet, more like a skeletal form, but he has a bunch of different forms. We've got Mother Gaia. We have Medusa, and I'm going to keep her back here because she's a little too sexy, and I don't know how the online the algorithms, if they're going to punish me. But I've got Medusa here. She's very pretty. She's new. I've got Ganesha. And then off camera, you guys can't see him. We have a new statue in today. This is Hades. He's got Cerberus on a leash. He's got a lot of really, really cool things happening here. So we've got Hades. And then in the back with the wings, this is Lilith. Move the guys over. Yeah, I really like this Ganesh. I picked this one specifically because I just like the way that he's standing. We have a lot of different Ganesh statues, but I like the detail of that one quite a bit. All right. So it's kind of going to be more of a talk. I am not educated in all of the deities, but if you are. I want to know what it is like working with them. If you work with any deities, even the ones that I don't have on the table. If you are looking for a statue of a specific deity that isn't on the table, let me know, because then I can go and check and see if we have one. Again, this isn't even half of our statuary. These are just some of the ones that I felt called to grab, and some of the new ones that just don't get or haven't gotten a lot of attention or are brand spanking new. So with that being said, hello Karen, hello Gina. Thank you for joining. We're talking deities and deity statuary. One of the things that was brought to my attention that I see is talked about all the time, or like controversial, is that if you get if you get a deity statue or you work with deities, that means that you worship them. That is not true. I think people, especially those with a religious background, look as a statue as an idol, in that you must, because it's a Greek god or because it's a deity, you must, bow to it and worship it. And that's not how, now some people that might be how they choose to do things. They might worship their deity. Some people just work with their deity, which is different from worshiping. So keep that in mind. There's many different things that you can do with statuary, with a deity statue, that does not include worshiping. I do not worship my deities. I work with them. I form a team with them. But to me, that is different from worshiping. So yeah, and again, even if that is something that you do in your practice, that is okay. There is no judgment here. I just think that that is something that people don't understand, or they automatically assume. So just clearing the air on that. Hello, my little buddy. Oh, nice. Yeah, so I guess talking about Ganesha, he's a little elephant in the middle. So Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. So we have a massive Ganesh statue in the store. He has money and a bunch of things around him, things that he's gifted. And it's said that when you gift him something, in return, he will gift you something. And usually it's when people are feeling stuck, when their roads aren't being open, when they want some uncrossing. Usually Ganesh is the person that you would go to be like, hey, can you get this out of my way because I'm struggling, or get these things out of my way that are stopping me from leveling up. And that is Ganesha's big deciding factor. So like when I've had people that are like, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. Just like, hey, go over there and give an offering, and you can either out loud ask him, or you can just say it in your head, or you can just send him the energy and see what happens. I have definitely given my fair offerings to Ganesh here at the store. A lot of really cool statuary. I'm trying to think in my head if there's anyone out there that I need to grab. I love this Medusa. She's so pretty. Does anyone work with any deities that you feel comfortable talking about? I would like to know, and I would like to know if you've had any experiences with any deities that you work with, or if you're getting the signs from a deity or what you believe is a deity. I also am checking out Hades over here. He's really cool. Really, really neat. Hades and Aphrodite and Ganesh are like this brass color. They're very heavy and they're massive. Well, Aphrodite towers over everybody over here. We have this one of Mother Gaia or Mother Earth that is brass that we just got in, that is different from the traditional statue of her, which is like the one that you see over that's very green right here, where she's pregnant with all of life. Also, this girl right here is super detailed. If you can see, she's got markings all on her legs that have like different forms of life. So like fish, animals, trees. I said fish as if fish are animals, but mostly on her legs. Funny that I'm looking at it. Mostly on her legs, like her tattoos are mostly sea life. And then up on her arms, there's flowers and trees. And then back here in her hair, there's different animals in all forms, from sea life to even prehistoric animals. So just showing that she's been there through it all. Even the ones that don't exist anymore. But she's really cool. Let me go grab one more. While I'm gone, tell me about your deity experiences, or if you work with any. I don't see any comments. That means no one is answering my questions. All right. That's all right. Got a couple more I wanted to bring over. Oh, you can't even see him. We'll put him back here. All right. Does anyone want to see any of these in particular? Do you want to talk about any of them? The two deities that I work with are currently not on the table. Hawks everywhere and lots of smoke and metal. Smoke and metal, huh? Hawks. Hawks usually have a lot to do with Native American deities. Sometimes the hawk itself just might be showing you something. I want to say hawk, and I could be wrong. I would do research. Hawk or falcon is also, wow, I don't know words today. I say this every week. Is associated with Athena. They were used in war quite a bit to scout areas. So hawks and falcons are very much common signs of war deities. Okay, so Freya. Okay. Yeah, Freya could definitely be one of them as well. Or do you work with Freya? And I don't want to butcher that other name. How do you pronounce it? Because they only seem to show the most when I have Celtic stuff on. Okay. All right. I can see that. I can see that for sure. be open to dreams. Like, even if you have to say out loud, like, can you show yourself? Okay, thank you. That helps me a lot. Thank you. Um, like, even just asking before bed, like, hey, I get these signs, but I need some clarification. See if they'll show up in dreams, or see if they'll just send you more signs to help make more sense. I'm trying to think if there's anybody here that is misunderstood. Not misunderstood. So we've got Hecate here. Hecate is very, very popular within the witchcraft community because she is like queen of the witches. She is very much associated with witchcraft and magic. And there's a whole lot of different lore to her. And I just noticed she has a snake around her waist because I saw its head. This one over here behind Gaia is also Gaia. It's just a different version of her. So she's got vines coming up, and then can't really see in this picture. Move her in a little bit. She's got the world in her hand. She's got the planet in her hand. So two very different depictions of her depending on what you like. I always recommend getting a statue that you are drawn to, because sometimes you might have a deity that you are interested in or bonding with, but you don't necessarily like the statue of said deity. There's different statues out there that have different depictions of deities. So if you're not a fan of the like pregnant Gaia look, then there's the one of her holding the earth, while looking more like, she looks like an Amazon woman, like very strong, one with nature, tall, very much ruling over all, which I really like. They're having too much fun out there. So I can even go over some of the details of some of these guys. So while we're at it, I know I picked her up already. So this Gaia, she is our medium size. We have a massive one that I want to get a home so bad. She's huge. But this is considered medium, and she is 60, if anyone is interested in her. She's really pretty. I feel like everybody kind of worships, or not, I don't want to say worships, but like works with Mother Gaia in their own way. Whether that be like walks in nature, grounding, just going outside, putting your feet in the grass, planting a garden, etc. So if you want like a depiction of her, if that's something you enjoy, especially in the wintertime when you feel like you don't see her as much in like the greenery, you can always have something for her. And this is the other depiction of her. Very Amazon woman-like. I just noticed she's got butterflies in her hair, and like she's very much covered. So she has like roses around her, more private areas. She's also that brass color. She's very sturdy, very heavy, and here's her butt. But I like the little squirrel that's behind her. He's cute. It's a cute little add-on. So if you also like this statue, she is 55. And then I know I talked about Ganesh already, but I'll give you his pricing. He is 70, and he's got a lot of detail going on. That's why I picked him up. I really like how he's so detailed. And again, I don't know a whole lot about him other than what I have learned here. So I know there's got to be a lot of reasonings behind what he's holding. But he's really neat. I like him a lot. going to move him over because I'm going to drag Hades over here. I saw this hilarious quote where it was like talking about the weather staying warm. And it was like, it's like Persephone. Go back to your husband. I'm tired of the weather being warm and flip-flopping. Like, figure it out, girlfriend. That was super funny. Go back to your husband. So Hades here, show you the detail of him because he's really, really cool. So he's got Cerberus here. Cerberus is decked out in armor. This is a free moving chain. So it is not plastic. It is actual metal. Now, I haven't worked or learned a lot about Hades. So does anybody know why his feet are chained together? Is this just like a statue just having something extra? Or is there a story behind that? For those of you who know, tell me all about it, because I don't know. And I asked about it earlier and I was like, I don't get it. What else do we have here? So down here on the front, these are all skulls. Each individual skulls. As well as this guy here on the top. I gotta twist him. He's really big. Here, you've got spine here. Turning him around, that skull sash goes all the way down his back. And I just like that he has, I don't know, I just like that he has Cerberus with him. It really adds an element to the statue. And his depiction is very different from, Hades has a lot of different depictions. Sometimes he's like this tall, slender, handsome lover boy, pretty boy looking guy. This one is giving me Viking vibes. Then you've got the Disney Hades, who's a goofball. Blue hair, yeah. So this is Hades, and he is 80. Haha. Kind of almost sort of rhymes. I'm going to move Pan over. So I don't know a whole lot about Pan either. I'm going to be completely honest about things I don't know about. But I know he is associated with music. And he looks like Mr. Tumnus from Narnia. What are they called? Centaurs? No, that's the horse. Then you've got minotaurs that are the bulls. What's the fawn? What's the deer? Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. Satyrs? Is that what they're called? I should know. I love my fantasy stuff. So Pan here has his little, it's like, what is it called? It's not an ocarina. Looks like a flute, but I'm sure it's got a specific name. Yes, okay, satyr. Thank you very much. I was at the Ren Fair last weekend, and it was really cool. This one girl was like dressed up as a satyr, like she had the hoof boots and everything. So he's sitting on a tree stump. Very magical, mystical guy. Again, don't know a whole lot about him, but I know he has to do with music and just the forest, peace, tranquility, being content. So then we probably got one of our more controversial because of the way that media portrays him, and that's Baphomet. And Baphomet is duality. The church took his depiction as their depiction of what Satan looks like. But he was originally made to show duality. He is the embodiment of as above, so below. So the masculine and the feminine, the having of both, and not having to draw a line right in the middle to be one or the other. He's all about balance. That's why he's got 2 fingers up, 2 fingers down. That's the symbol for as above, so below. And usually he has a pentacle or a pentagram in his forehead, and that's what a lot of people will be like, oh my gosh, Satan. But that is, pentacles have to do with the 5 elements. So you see it a lot in witchcraft. I am umming a lot today. Sorry, guys. It has to do with protection. There's a whole lot. The pentacle actually is about quite a bit of different things. So yeah, this Baphomet in particular is a different version. He is skeletal. He's got the wings, but he still is showing his original stance of as above, so below. He's also on top of the world, which I think is really cool to show just keeping the world in balance. And if you are interested in this one in particular, he's very unique. I also like that he has a spine in the back. He is 45. I'd like to teach a class on him so people aren't as afraid of him. And I'm not moving big girl in the middle, but that is Aphrodite. She is goddess of beauty. And I know there's a couple other things, but she is very well known for her beauty, her femininity, being one of the most, if not the most beautiful goddess in Greek mythology. She's real big, and this is her typical stance. Usually she is coming, no, sorry, that's Venus, my bad. So she is a little bit different standing. And she's really fair priced. So this Aphrodite is 60. And she's also that brass material. She's very heavy. They even go as far as to detailing her hair. She's really pretty. She just looks like an art piece. Even if you don't necessarily work with her, she's just would be a nice energy to have in your house. It's like even a nice decorative piece to look at. But she's very pretty. Okay, Lilith. Bring her forward. I don't know why she has not been bought yet. Sorry, I didn't mean to grab you by your head, girlfriend. So, Lilith is believed to be the first woman before Eve. There is a whole lot of lore about her, and again, I don't know very much about her. I know people that have worked with her, and she very much does not mess around. So she is not for the faint of heart. She is one of the deities of revenge and dark feminine energy. Same thing with Hecate as well, dark feminine. So you've got like the light feminine of Mother Gaia and Aphrodite, and then dark feminine of like Hecate and Lilith. And there's a bunch of other dark feminine deities or dark feminine goddesses. I know a lot of people that work with Lilith. I have not been called to her yet to work with her, but I'm very intrigued by her. She's been getting a lot of publicity in like TV shows, and they're kind of showing her in a more positive light than what she originally is. Some people call her the mother of demons. Yeah, we have people that come asking for Lilith, but she is still here. And she's really pretty. She's got like crow's feet or bird's feet in this version of her. Her wings are detailed all the way around. And she's standing on a rock with, I believe, her sigils are around here as well. She's got an owl carved into the side, a snake wrapped around her, and then her name is carved into the side of the rock. So if you are interested in taking her home, she is 75. She is like a wood finish, so she's different from the brass, but she's still gorgeous. We talked about her briefly, but there's Hecate. We have her in a brass version as well, and then we have this like tan color if you like more of the neutral colors. She's very, very popular. We get people that work with her all the time. I have yet to feel called to her, but I have heard wonderful things. She very much ups the game of your spell work, helping to guide you if you are confused in things when it comes to witchcraft. She's got a really cool story. And I want to say there is three, like she's I don't know if she's the triple moon goddess. I don't want to say what is wrong, like say something wrong. And people be like, what are you talking about? But she usually has 3 faces. Her common sign is her dogs, her black hounds, and they're not on this statue, but we did have one, I believe, that had her hounds on the sides. And this one has her snake. There's one that we have that has skulls on the ground, showing that she is very much, I think she helps guide souls to the underworld as well. But she's got really cool tattoos and details on her sides, on her stomach. She's got the triple moon right in the center. But she's really neat. Oh, and I just noticed, I didn't notice this till now, she's got a pentacle in the middle of her forehead. All right, and if you are interested in her, she is 50. This is our tan version, and I do believe we have a brass version of her. The brass is going to be a little bit more expensive, but if you like the look, I like the looks of the brass a lot. So, all right, we'll finish off with this girl. So this is Medusa. We have 2 different versions of her. This is the one that we're showing today. And she is beautiful. She is in a like gold color. This is her all around. If you are interested in her, she is 30. I know a lot of people ask about her. We have candles for her as well, for those who are interested in her. She's got a very sensitive story to her. But she is also someone that you would call in for revenge and that dark feminine. So she's very much in that dark feminine energy, and very powerful. So very similar to Lilith in revenge and getting things done. You don't call on them to just stub someone's toe, you know. So if you guys are interested in any of these statues, again, they are not online. This is my first time showing some of these because some of these are new to the store today. They were just pulled out of their boxes. So they are going to be put out on the shelves. If you are interested in any of them, please let me know via message. Other than that, they are just going to be out there until someone finds a home for them or decides to take them in. And we still have more that are coming in as well. So again, this isn't even half of the statuary that we have. So if you are interested, let me know. Other than that, thank you for coming and chatting today and talking statuary. Decided to just take a break from crystals today and talk about these guys because I think these guys just need a little bit of love and understanding. Happy full moon in Aries. This energy is very fiery. You might feel a little angry. You might have a passion under your butt where all of a sudden you're like, I'm going to do this thing that I've been telling myself I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it today. Like, I'm going to put it into action. These are the days to put things into action. Don't make any crazy changes, but you'll know within today and the next couple of days what lights a fire in you and what you also need to let go of. This is very much the get rid of what doesn't serve so that you can actually get in and go towards the things that you want. And just know you might feel a little heavy today, but that's just how this energy works. And it'll eventually subside over the next couple of days. This is also a super moon, so it was the closest to the Earth that it will be for the rest of the year. So if you want to see a really, really bright moon and a really big moon, go outside tonight and check it out. Clear your crystals. Bring your crystals outside. This is a great time to do it. Do a little spell work, light a candle, sage your house, clean your altars. That's it. That's it. All right, guys. I will see you guys next Thursday. I don't know what we're going to do next Thursday. We're going to see. But you guys have a good one. Thanks for hanging out and see you next week.